Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we have a crazy Richard in court who thinks his best option is to fire his attorney and go pro se. It's not gonna work out for him, but let's begin.
State of Michigan versus Lawrence Buckner, 21S00203.
Sarah Lundberg on behalf of the people.
Andrew Banis with it on behalf of Mr. Buckner. Your Honor, I'm sorry I wasn't able to reach Mr. Buckner at the contact information I have for him, but he is here today. Mr. Buckner, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir. My notes show that we had a bench trial on June 29th and he was not present. So I don't know why. Mr. Buckner, do you know why you weren't in court on June 29th?
Yeah, I had problems with my Wi-Fi at my house. I called the court, but I was actually trying to get in the meeting and all my stuff was messed up. It was storming. Everything was messed up around my house. Cell phone, everything. I was on the phone with the court, but it is,
Well, Mr. Buckner, that was a day and time that was scheduled for trial. I hear you say you were on the phone with the court. The court didn't receive a message from anybody in the clerk's office that day.
Yeah, I called because I actually got in an argument with one of the people on the phone. That's how I know they're gonna remember me. I got in an argument.
Ah, okay. So Richard was being a dick to the court staff over the phone because he couldn't figure out where he was supposed to be. And he wonders why no one would help him.
And so you were being difficult that day?
Yes, ma'am. I was being very difficult because I was trying to get to you. So they will remember me. They will definitely remember me, ma'am.
That's the thing. You're always honest, Mr. Buckner. All right. Mr. Banis and Ms. Willingbring, do we want to schedule another non-jury trial date?
Yes, Your Honor. And Mr. Buckner, just so you know, I don't know if you can see the chat, but I guess the phone number I have for you is not good, but I put my cell phone and my email in the chat.
Whatever. My number is good. I never received one phone call from you. I called the court. I called the courthouse. So, and you evidently you didn't get the message, and my phone records show that I didn't receive nothing from you.
I can never understand how these retarded Richards think it's everybody else's responsibility to keep their dumb dicks out of jail. I mean, if it were me on trial, I'd be in constant contact with my attorney to ensure that I stayed updated on future court dates and how my case was progressing.
I didn't even see the text message, nothing.
Mr. Buckner,
I never even heard from you. I haven't heard from you since the last time we talked. You have not even attempted to contact me in any way, form, or fashion. So, I'm not going to sit up and allow you to do this to me,
sir. You're my client. I work for you. I don't work for the court or anyone else. I can show you all the dates I've tried to.
Listen, man. I called the court too.
Stop. Everybody, stop.
No, we ain't gonna do this.
Please, Mr. Buckner.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Ms. This my case is supposed to be dismissed.
Mr. Buckner, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I want to fire him. I don't want him no more. I want to fire him. Okay. He ain't try to talk to me. He ain't contact me. I want to fire him. He lying.
Unfortunately for you, Dick, that's not how that works. That is, unless you're planning on raising attorney fees by selling pictures of your little Richard on your OnlyMans account.
Your Honor, I'll just say one thing.
1 second, please.
Yes, ma'am.
The record should reflect that I've muted Mr. Buckner because he would not follow the court's instructions to stop talking. So he has been muted. Mr. Buckner, I'm gonna advise you very clearly that you need to follow my instructions. If I say stop talking, that means stop talking. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but you may have to be held in contempt of court. Contempt of court is an additional penalty on top of anything else. So please stop talking when I ask you to. It is not appropriate for this type of argument to occur on the record. You're muted, so I can't hear what you're saying. If you want to talk to me, you need to first acknowledge that you will stop talking when I ask you to. And so you can do that by nodding. Is that a yes? Now you may unmute yourself.
Okay, so he's had a little time to calm down and let his tiny little dick brain come up with something intelligent to say in court. So give it your best shot, Richard.
Okay. All right. He's fired.
Well, so first of all, Mr. Buckner,
He's fired.
you're still talking. Do you want to be held in contempt?
No, I don't want to be held in contempt. I just want him not to be my lawyer no more.
I heard what you said, so you need to stop talking like I asked you. So first of all, Mr. Buckner, he's court appointed. If you want to have a different attorney, then what you can do is you can hire your own attorney. This is a court appointed attorney. You don't get to choose who your court appointed attorney is.
Well,
Stop. I'm still talking. Please don't interrupt me. You haven't even had an opportunity to try to establish a relationship with Mr. Banis. And secondly, Mr. Banis does not work for the court, so you can't call the court and expect to speak to Mr. Banis. Mr. Banis works for the public defender's office. You have to call the public defender's office. Now, what would you like to say?
this is what I would like to say. That lying individual ain't trying to contact me. I have a cell phone that works every day. Okay. So he has not contacted me one time. Okay.
But it's your freedom that's on the line. So how many times have you contacted them? And if your argument is that your counsel is ineffective, then you're going to have to demonstrate how he's being ineffective. Just stating that he hasn't contacted you when you yourself haven't even demonstrated that you tried to contact him is not sufficient grounds to replace your court-appointed attorney.
I have not received nothing from, I ain't seen no type of, not even a physical notification. So if you couldn't get in touch with my phone, no letter, nothing, email, has an email, everything. So there's no email or nothing. Okay, but then I get this third degree about me trying to not establish. How can I establish that something?
Excuse me? But what the fuck does extamish mean?
How can I establish that something or some type of communication with somebody who has not tried to establish something with me? So make it make sense, Ms. Washington.
Mr. Buckner, first of all, you two haven't talked, is what I said. So the bottom line is, you don't know whether or not he has the correct phone number for you or not. You didn't even allow that conversation to occur.
You know, he never cared to ask about nothing, Miss Washington.
Hold on. You just said that you hadn't been in contact with your attorney. So how the hell would you even know whether he cares about your Richard or not? Look, it's obviously clear that these attorneys hate losing cases more than you hate going to jail. So it's probably in your best interest to just shut the fuck up, work out your differences, and let him do his job.
You haven't had a chance to go into a room. If he doesn't have your number, how can he ask you about anything? He's trying to give you the communication to get in contact with him.
He's trying to give me the communication at the last moment. And you sit up here chastising me. And he ain't even trying to contact me.
You're talking over me again.
You asked me a question.
No, I didn't. You already answered that. And I'm telling you some other additional information. And I'm not going to continue to argue with you.
It's not an argument. I'm not arguing with you, man. You know, I just don't feel comfortable with this man representing me. I don't at all. I really don't. You know, I don't know what else to tell you.
Mr. Buckner?
Huh?
Do you want to hire your own attorney?
How can I hire my own attorney when he already in violation of ineffective assistance counsel? He's already in violation.
And what the hell does one have to do with the other? Your opinion of his effectiveness isn't an excuse for why you can't go out and get your own attorney. Besides, a public defender is your best option, as it would only take about a 5-minute private conversation with a paid attorney for them to say, nope, not today, dick.
Right there.
Do you want to hire your own attorney? If not, I'm scheduling it for another non-jury trial.
This stuff is crazy. He hasn't reached out to me, Ms. Washington. I live at 680 Fox. I have not received no mail.
What does that have to do with today? You didn't show up for your hearing.
No.
I'm trying to ask you something very simple. It doesn't get dismissed today. This is a pre-trial. It gets dismissed at a non-jury trial date, which you weren't there. So my question to you is, do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to schedule for another non-jury trial? Because that's where we are.
All right.
Those are
Just
two
get,
choices. Which one
just-
is it?
just get it for non-jury. I am so sick of this, man. All these white people don't care about nobody.
Fuck you, Richard. If you opened your dick hole and looked with your one good eye, you'd notice that your judge is black too.
Mr. Buckner, please behave appropriately. Please.
Can't wait. Look,
So, Your Honor, I think maybe I can say something that might help Mr. Buckner or not. The good news is that I have two different phone numbers for him. Neither of those appear to be the correct number. I have also sent him emails to the email address that apparently he gave to our arraignment attorney. So if that's not the right email address and that's not the right phone numbers, that's the only thing I can think of why he's not hearing from me.
So even after this Neander Richard accused his counsel of being both ineffective and a racist, he still did his best job to make this dick look like a magic mushroom. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. But don't forget to comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss my next Karen in Court video. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.